joined by pretty visitors. How are you guys?
Very well.
Yeah, good. Yeah, not too bad.
Very good, thanks.
Good. So, easy question to start off with. How did you become the pretty visitors?
Who wants to go?
We've recorded a few of these
I'm
now.
always
We're really good at taking it in turns, so I was waiting for someone else to go.
I was waiting for you to go. Yeah, God, when did it start? How many years back now? About 10 years, would you say?
Probably is 10
Yeah.
years.
So me, Connor, and Jack, we all met at college through absolute fluke. And then Jack went on a football tour. And at the time, we really needed a bassist because we started just jamming together, just, mucking around. And conveniently, he met Sam out on a football tour in Amsterdam and brought him back to the shed where we used to jam. And the rest was history, really, after that.
Amazing. Brilliant. So, you just released Head in the Sand. How's the reaction been?
Amazing. Yeah, we're really, really pleased with how it's gone so far. It kind of took a couple of days for people to really pick up on it, and now it's starting to fly. And yeah, we've had loads of good write-ups, really good feedback from friends, family as well. So, we're proud of it, so it's good to see that other people like it.
I have seen it being dotted around a few people's Instas over the past couple of days. And I looked at it, I was like, pretty sure we reviewed that song.
That's always good to hear.
There is a proper banger. If people haven't listened to it, then they're ridiculous. So they need to get on it. What are your plans for? I'll say we're still in lockdown, BTEC lockdown. What do you plan on doing when this is all done with?
Hopefully, get as many gigs as we possibly can. Don't know how easy that's going to be with all the venues and their rescheduled shows, but yeah, gig a lot and hopefully release some new music as well. We've got a couple of songs which we're in the process of finishing off, which we want to try and get released early next year. So they're the two main things.
Brilliant. So do we have an EP coming out, if that's the plan, or something along those lines?
We are kind of thinking about that next year, but at the moment, not really an EP, just singles for now.
No, fair enough.
But never know, maybe middle of next year it might be a possibility.
Yeah, it's quite hard at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, we're trying to get people begging for it, trying to get the singles out, get the listeners up, and then they'll be frothing for an EP.
Such a good word, frothing.
It's such a dirty word.
Frothing the snow.
So you guys must have played a few gigs over your time as a band. Have you got a particular standout one?
Wedgwood Rooms, mate, right there.
Oh yeah, that little number there, yeah.
Right next to Oasis, yeah. It's good company there.
Yeah,
Wedgwood Rooms was amazing. I think we ended up selling a good, about 300 tickets, something like that.
Yeah.
It was a massive gig, maybe even more than that, yeah. So that was, because it was our home sort of town as well, to walk out to everyone going mental and singing along to the songs and stuff. It was the first time where we've really actually audibly heard everyone singing the lyrics back at us. So I think that is number one for us.
It was also fairly soon after we come back as well. It was only about 4 months after kind of re-emerging as a band, after we had quite a long period off.
What was it? Our second gig, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Imagine it's quite nice to hear people sing your songs back. And you think when you write it, for example, people think, this might not take off, but if it does, and then people sing it back, it must be a bit of a wow factor, so to speak.
Yeah, it really is. We're writing it sort of in my shed, as Aaron said, literally just in a shed, and then it turns into people singing it back to you. It's even mad when you look on Spotify and you see that people have listened to it in the last 7 days. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. In like Sweden and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
what? Someone's listened to that song in Sweden. It's crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine that is like quite a mental thing, isn't it? When you think it's not going to really get past like UK, for example, then like you have, like you said, people in Sweden listen to it. It must be a bit like, okay, this is a bit serious now, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
Another obvious question, the one you've probably had many times. Inspirations. I reckon Connor's probably got a bit of Oasis in there. I reckon just a hunch.
Yeah.
Definitely not the Arctic Monkeys. They never heard of them, to be honest.
Who are they?
Yeah, bit of everyone. We've got a bit of a mix between us, but yeah, it all stems back to the same kind of music, really.
It's that garage rock sort of, garage indie sort of era, I guess. The Strokes, the Arctic Monkeys. But then I think I don't know, Reed. Like with your writing particularly, it's starting to develop down a sort of new avenue now. I definitely think you've been listening to others.
Yeah. I just think we've all got we've all got our similar bands that we like, which obviously really inform our sound. But then I think we all bring in elements from really random stuff. Like, yeah, it's hard really. I don't really know. Like, some of the songs that Sam puts on, I really hate. And there's some that I put on that he really hates, but I don't know. It all works in the music somehow.
Definitely.
Would you say like you have like a set kind of sound, or would you say you don't want to be stuck to that specific thing, so you can go down different paths if you wanted to, so you not stick to one genre?
I think we're very fluid. We've got the distinctive vocal with Connor, but musically we're pretty diverse. We don't just want to have that same chorus, same verse kind of song, everything. I think if you see us play live, we change so much for our set, but it shows different elements of the sound. Quite raw garage indie rock to slower melodic, and then heavy and
even words, like India slipped in, isn't it, with San Salvador?
Yeah.
We never really constrict our sound, do we, to one thing? Like if you listen to our Spotify, we've got 6 songs on there now, and I think that all of them explore different avenues, which I quite like. Keeps us fresh, really.
Yeah, it does. I should have just said like not like another Catfish, for example, like same album cover, same sound, same songs about the same things.
Yeah.
But I won't go into them because I'd be here all night.
Shots fired.
Yeah, I know it's really bad. I need to stop, but like it's infuriating because there is potential there. But...
Yeah, I know what you mean though. It's great having like a uniformed album that flows, but just when every song sounds the same, you're just killing the album vibe, aren't you?
So this one's quite a random one. You're hungry. You're walking down the street. What do you fancy? Or where do you fancy going?
Crisps. Just take me to where there's crisps.
Mate, I'm all over Weatherspoons. I miss spoons so much. Like
no,
that, just slap down a $5, you get a burger, chips, and a pint. You can't ask for much more, really.
Unless you're in tier 3 and you can't. But...
Yeah, you kind of.
That's what I mean. You can get a multi-pack of squares anytime. Squares, mate.
And a 4-pack of Stella.
Yeah, 4-pack of Stella. Yeah. Stella and squares.
That'll do me. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm banging to those vegan steak baits at the moment from Greg's.
Oh yeah, Greg's. They're good, aren't they? Yeah, what are you saying anyway, Ruds and Sam? What's yours?
I said just 4-pack of Stella, mate.
So basically,
Sam doesn't eat. You just get him the Stella, he'll be all right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Al.
Catch me on the high street.
The nearest one stop.
What about you, Ruds? It's probably a raw bacon sandwich, isn't it?
to be honest, I don't even know anymore. I just liquid diet.
What would gonna throw in the old meal deal question here, because this is the one that always gets a bit heated. What are your meal deals?
Well, I'll go for. I'll have falafel and hummus wrap with a innocent smoothie and salt and vinegar squares. Yeah.
Oh, always the squares. Always the same.
Squares. Yeah. If I'm feeling a bit sort of a bit posh, I'll have some kettle chips. But
that's
right,
be
a right move for that.
I'll go for the biggest sandwich that they have. I usually a flapjack and then a green innocent smoothie.
I feel like the smoothie is a good one because it costs
most expensive drink.
So. It's like a £4 on its own, doesn't it, or something?
Exactly. Yeah, you save a lot of money doing that.
You look for the best value of a meal deal a lot of the time if the sandwich actually suits, but snack and drink wise.
Yeah, I'd probably have to agree with the smoothie. But to be honest, I haven't had a meal deal since I've started trying to eat no meat. So I have no idea what sort of vegetarian options are on board. So otherwise, it would have been like a chicken. Normally, it would have been a chicken and bacon, something like that. Bit of lettuce in there.
Solid choice. Unpopular opinion about anything.
I'm sure Aaron and Connor have got a few of them.
I don't know. Someone else go first. I don't know. I've got to think.
I don't know. I don't know if I can air it. No, I'm joking.
Boris is doing a good job.
The Nazis were underrated.
Where you announce that you're a massive Tory. Or a raging Tory is what people like to say these days. But being from the south, it's quite fitting, isn't it?
We hate them just as much as you guys.
No, I'm from Southampton area, so it's fine.
Oh, it's even worse. You got Rishi. I don't know. Unpopular opinion.
It's a hard one, isn't it? Everyone's got one.
I wouldn't say. I don't know. I need time to think about that.
It's a tough one.
Pretty Visitors are the best band in the world.
I think Jaffa Cakes and Friends, the series, hate them.
I'd get on board with that.
Completely overrated.
What, Friends? Come on.
No, I've never Friends.
Start us, I think. Yeah, we're going to start like a war in the comments when this goes out.
I single-handedly ruined the reunion, so that's what I did.
Maybe I'd say John Lennon's overrated, mate.
That hurts.
Go get a few Beatles stands again.
Paul McCartney's better than John Lennon. That's probably my unpopular opinion. What are you saying, Rods?
That was your two's question.
Yeah, you can say those.
If you say you guys are about to play a gig and you could select the two other bands or artists that could play with you, who would it be?
Alive or dead?
Both, either, doesn't matter.
Well, I think Beatles, definitely. And actually, we could reform Oasis, couldn't we? And get Noel and leave it back.
If we picked someone like that, we wouldn't have to worry about selling any tickets. That'd be pretty nice.
Got to think logically about this, haven't you?
They get a 30-minute set.
They open. Oh man, I don't know. Maybe Neil Young. Maybe Neil Young there as well.
I'll probably have like the Stones or something.
Rolling Stones, yeah. But obviously 60s Rolling Stones, not.
Yeah. Yeah, like just borderline heroin.
Yeah. Just discovered heroin, but not like fully into it.
Yeah, I'd love to have a beer with Keith Richards and then play a set.
What about that? Do you remember that band they had where they had John Lennon? What is for that?
Dirty Mac.
thing? Yeah, I'd have that band.
Yeah.
That band. Was it Eric Clapton on guitar? Wasn't it?
Yeah, Keith on bass, Eric Clapton guitar, John rhythm singing, and then who's on drums?
Oh, isn't it the Jimi Hendrix drummer?
No. Oh, it could be, or it's Keith Moon. Can't remember.
Oh, it might be Keith Moon.
Wouldn't mind meeting Keith Moon. That'd be pretty decent.
Yeah, well, it'd be a pretty good.
Blow some things up together.
What would, if you were about to watch like a TV series, what would you go for?
I've just seen that the Queen's Gambit. That was amazing. Loved that.
I heard things about it.
Yeah, really, really good new series. So that's, I mean, I'm on the last episode, so I'll probably turn that on if I was going to turn any on right now.
I think I'm going to watch that soon, so it'll be good. So I liked Peaky Blinders a lot when that was on. I thought that was a great show.
I started it, but I haven't finished it yet. So I keep meaning to, but it's just long, isn't it?
Lost the grip.
Let's say saying that like I haven't watched Breaking Bad like 3 times.
I think that Breaking Bad is the one which had me for the longest. It just kept me going, even though it was that long. Couldn't put it down.
No, same.
Better Call Saul as well is amazing too. That is good. That's shaking up.
I started that and then I don't know, I just got bored.
Keep going, mate. Keep going. It gets better. It does get better.
Oh, I know there's a few people that haven't watched Breaking Bad yet, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
We've had time to watch it now.
Aaron's
no, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, I think it's too late now, isn't
it? Yeah, there's a few spoilers out there.
Exactly.
Aaron, is yours World War II in colour?
Mate,
that is good though.
I think mine's probably Band of Brothers.
Oh, yeah, that is
solid, too fair. That is solid.
Like, it's just one of those, it's not too long, you can rewatch them. Whereas Game of Thrones, you lose half your life in that. So
never seen it.
What?
No, I know that's bad, and it's probably my unpopular opinion that I haven't seen it or probably won't plan to watch it.
I've not seen it either.
Only because I heard the series was a bit shitty, so I was like, oh, what's the point?
Yeah, I'd got into it before that happened.
So a lot of people were fuming over that, so I was like, oh.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of rape and incest. You have to.
Oh right, yeah.
Maybe you sort of get going after
that. Like what you like, don't you?
Exactly.
Watch this podcast get cancelled now. Cancel culture in full form.
That's it.
Are you guys football fans or no?
Yeah, massively. Yeah, we're 3 Portsmouth fans and then one scummer there. Yeah, that one there.
Funny, I moved to Southampton in July, but I'm originally from Bournemouth, so I support Bournemouth.
Oh, nice. So you hate
the Bournemouth think Bournemouth's a rivalry.
No, I do. I just whatever it is, it's just 2 teams that are quite close together, but not really.
Southampton like to think everyone hates them just so it gives them some sort of purpose.
They just love to bottle winning trophies, don't they, Southampton? I saw a lovely clip of when United scored that goal against the Cup final the other day. Oh, it's just so good.
How are Portsmouth doing anyway? I can't remember how you're doing.
Terribly.
Oh, we're so good.
How did Brett do for you? Because like his year's class for us, and then I was like, oh, guaranteed Ports will get promotion now that they got Brett, and then he just rarely played him.
He started so well in his
Yeah.
first season, and then Kenny Jackett, like he does to everyone, just isolates them after a bit. And then after
Slowly
that first
wore
season,
him down.
they obviously had some sort of like fallout, and he never really got back into the team after that.
That's got him because, like, in League One, he is quality
Yeah.
and probably the best striker in the league.
He scores goals wherever he goes, doesn't he?
Mm.
He scored at Swindon.
He
Yeah, he was the
probably
most.
got us promoted, I reckon, into the Championship easily. But, you know, and now we're in the Championship again. Just
Doing all right, though, aren't you? With the
yeah,
new
we
man?
are. For what's who we sold and Eddie going, we're doing all right.
Hmm.
You know, it's
I
just-
saw him on TV the other day. I think he's fishing for work, isn't he? Eddie
yeah, I
Howe?
reckon he's probably gonna have another job lined up soon.
Yeah.
He probably thought he was going straight back into the Prem, and then no one's come calling.
Probably based on Bournemouth last season when we got relegated, I'd get it really because he weren't great. But I think he had a lot of players with bad attitudes that weren't helping it really, and then eventually, it is what it is. Now we're here. So yeah, new singles out in it, so that's a banger. Just check that one out. We just stopped doing these so late because I get knackered by the time it comes around and I just lose my mind.
Yeah, everyone who's listening, don't check it out. It's terrible.
No, it is a banger. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys for coming on today and giving me the time at such an awkward time as well. I
Thank you
appreciate
very much.
that.
No
That's
worries.
all right.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Cheers for listening, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers, Harry.
Cheers.